Today's how to build is on Miles' Tails Prower. Don't forget to check out all my other video game how to build videos. In addition to showing you how to build Tails today, I'm also going to show you an update to my Sonic model I made several months ago. There's a link in the description if you want to skip ahead to that part of the video. These are the pieces you'll need to build Tails' body and shoes. So to start out, we're going to use orange legs with orange hips, and you could use a pure orange body if you've got it, with orange arms and white hands. I'm using the Star Wars pilot torso here. I think of all the orange torsos I could find, this is the best of approximating Tails' body with the white in the middle. You could also paint something, but we're actually going to do something new here. So we're going to take these over-the-neck stud makers, put one on forward, one on backwards, and then we're going to take a 2x2 tile in white to actually make Tails' white belly there. So that way you don't actually have to paint it. But if you don't have that, you could always paint it. For the shoes, I need to give a shout out here to the YouTube commenter Nate724. I'm not sure if I pronounced that right, but they pointed out that a better way to build the shoes would be a single headlight brick, a single white plate, and a single red cheese slope, along with the 1x1 round plate for the sock, of course. So I'm going to use that instead of the one I did for the original Sonic model that had rubber bands on it, which made it hard to stand up. So those of you who watch my videos know it's rare for me to do a shout out. So shout out to Nate724. These are the pieces you'll need for Tails' tails. Tails' tails. So start with a 1x2 plate, 1x1 tile, 1x1 round plate because I don't have any square plates in orange. Then on top of that, we're going to do a 2x2 round plate. If you don't have that, a square plate will work, but round plate is slightly better looking. Then we're going to take 1x2 upward slope in orange, put a jumper plate on top of that, and we're going to be doing two of these at the same time because one for each tail. And then on top of that, we're going to do two 1x2 plates and two jumper plates, and then put them on there so they're slightly offset. And then on top of that, we're going to do some white 1x2 plates with some 1x2 upward slopes and some 1x1 cheese slopes on the very top. So the nice thing about these tails is that you can make them just be flat, or you can bend them at all these twisty points if you want them to have a little more 3D textureness to them. But then you're just going to connect them onto that 2x2 round plate, like so. And then you'll connect that whole kit and caboodle onto the back of Tails' body. Obviously, these over-the-neck things would look better if they were in orange, but light gray was the most inconspicuous color I had them in. These are the pieces you'll need for the first half of Tails' head. The first piece you'll need is, surprise, surprise, a Travis brick, one of my favorite bricks of all times. Then we're going to build up on one side, take a 1x1 plate with a circle clip, then a 1x1 plate with clip on top. Let's do two of those. And those are going to go on each side. And on the front, we're going to do one of these round 1x1 eye tiles. These have come in some of the Mixel sets, as well as some of the Creator sets and Cloud Cuckoo Land. They're really awesome. If you don't have those, this old eyepiece would work as well, but it won't be as cool. Oh, and actually, those 1x1 clips should be like that for Tails' whiskers. In the center there, we're going to take a orange headlight brick, make it face backwards. That's going to push out those clip pieces, so this is going to be a less than perfect connection, but I'll make it sturdier a little bit later, you'll see. 1x2 plate, white jumper plate on top, black 1x1 round plate on the front. Then we're going to take two 1x1 clips in orange, stick them together, stick them on that headlight brick. Then we're going to take this orange horn tooth piece and stick them, two of them, into those clips. It's not, again, this is going to be a somewhat less than perfect connection, but that's the best way to get Tails' hair flying out in the front like it does. Alright, well, let's do the second half of the face. These are the pieces you'll need for the next half of Tails' face. So we're going to take that nice looking front of the face and turn it around to the back and do some weird things. So we're going to put orange round plates here. One on each of the back of those. Then we're going to do a 1x2 plate here. Then we're going to take a headlight brick and place it upside down on the back of that round plate. Do that on both of those. We're going to take a round plate there. We'll connect that all with a 1x3 tile. And we're going to push everything together so it stays nice and firm from the front to the back. It doesn't connect all the way through in some places, but it does keep everything from flying off a little bit, even though there's some strained connections. And then on the bottom here, I'm going to do some cheese slopes. Cheese slope down, cheese slope up the back, and the cheese slope over there. So that's the first two halves of his head. So now let's do the third half, because that's how I do fractions. 3 halves. In proper fraction. These are the pieces for the third half of Tails' head. Start with a nice 2x3 plate. Put some 1x1 white plates on top of that. Put some orange cheese slopes sticking up for Tails' ears. Then you're going to take a 1x1 plate, mine is round, put a cheese slope on top, and behind that another cheese slope going down. Then we're going to stick all of this on top of just this one stud here. We've got the benefit of continuing his sort of uneven hair there, and a nice slope down to the back. Do-do-do-do! Now Tails can run around and fly and stuff like that. Run, 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 run. Fly. You didn't hear that. So let's take a quick look at my updated Sonic. So one thing I showed you guys in the Mario video is how I replaced the eyes. So that's a 1x1 plate, a circle on it, one of these 1x1 round eye tiles, a 1x1 tan tile. Stick that on instead of the 1x2 plate I had there before. Other thing I've done recently after doing Tails was realizing that I could, rather than this chest piece here, actually put something there. So that's where I've got this over the neck piece, and then a 2x2 tan tile. The other thing is that I've built the shoes the same way the Tails shoes are built. So that's a headlight brick, the 1x1 round stud, 1x1 plate, and a cheese slope. Cheese slope. So that's a little bit easier to do than the rubber band shoes. He can walk on them, which is always nice. So yeah, just slightly updated Sonic. So now that you have Sonic and Tails, you can have Tails pick up Sonic and they can go save the day.